Hey guys, what's up? It's Dan Valmont here with Fanatic Wrestling and BJJ Fanatics, and today I am at my home gym here just outside San Juan, Puerto Rico with BJJ Fanatics and Fanatic Wrestler instructor who's on vacation here on our beautiful island. Currently located in Las Vegas, Nevada, Dave Petrone, founder of Blackout Grappling, very popular catch wrestler, something that I didn't really know too much about, but throughout this past week and a couple clinics and seminars that he's done for us down here on the island, which we thank him for his time for, I've learned a lot about how we can integrate traditional wrestling techniques and turn them into ways we can get submissions. And Dave's shown us a lot of really good things. And today he's going to give us a little bit of a preview of what to expect. So you have to go out and buy his videos to get more detail. But Dave, go ahead.
Alright, so what I'm going to demonstrate first is just pretty much a traditional application of near side cradle forced into a traditional pin. Just for like wrestling rule set. You know, everyone knows the collar tie is not here on the back of the neck. I want to punch through. I want to touch the earlobe, but I really want to like bring this guy down to a hole. From here, I put my shoulder into the back of his shoulder blades here. I want to carry it into this hole. But I come down off the back of the head, positive control, and I want to grab his chin. I cut the chin here. Sometimes I can cut the chin. I'm a little bit more rough. I want the whole thing, really. But I keep cool to hands on here on the chin. I want to chicken wing my elbow. I keep this tight because you don't want to stand out from the side. So I always want to keep it in tight underneath my chest, and I want to track my ear along his rib cage. Sometimes go high with your chin. It's not really my style. I want to drive with my forehead into the hip. I clamp my hands and lock this, and I want to almost sit. Ooh. And as I do, I run over him. I put my chest on his head, and I hold for the pin. Sometimes guys get a little squirrely, and you can kind of hook their leg if you want to. And I'll stay here for 3, 2, 1, fall.
So, I mean, obviously that's very much so more of the traditional wrestling technique when we're looking at a near side cradle for a pin. I like some of the things he's saying here, something I always mention too. Not let that head pop out the side. That's where you're going to get guys who will peek out or maybe look to drag or even kind of duck behind you there. So you got to be careful. Really focus on keeping that elbow in. You shouldn't be able to see the head. And then when he's sitting, he's creating a lot of leverage. He's using all his body weight to kind of force me down and more like a corkscrew motion as opposed to just driving me over with his head. Might not be able to see it as well on the camera, but if you get in there and you feel correctly, you can tell the difference. So,
plus I'm a fan of chin control. It's a strong detail for me myself. I do like to kind of really grab the mouth, the face. I like to take it all and kind of manipulate the top of the spine by turning the head.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as that neck gets turned to the side, there's not much I can do. So that's the traditional wrestling side of it.
Sure.
But me as somebody who's new to jiu-jitsu, you probably watching this as somebody who does jiu-jitsu, or catch wrestling, or any form of submission grappling. Obviously, we want to know how to use this outside of just the traditional looking for our back or pins or wrestling. So how are you doing that?
So like he's on what he's saying is great because it's just kind of based on, like, say you're a wrestler, you're familiar with the hold, but maybe just as a pinning mechanism. With a submission rule set, the pin's not valued and guys are good off of their back. So some of them really don't care if they're there or they're really not threatened by the bunch. So you have to apply a little bit of legal pain, forcible discomfort to try and take them away from their game plan. And then we start to add the threat of submission from there. So from here, pretty much the same thing. I want to snap the hand down, right? I get on the chin. I want to follow my tendon here, and I drive, and I put it down. Right? So from here, let's spin a little bit down. Boom. From here, you see how my elbow's out? I don't want that. I want to chicken wing this. I keep it nice and tight, right? So when I do this also, I can kind of feel where his head and his chin is. So when I let go of my grip, I'll release my grip and I grab his chin. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'll grab the chin and I'm not pulling way out like this. I'm just turning his head and I rip it up. I don't want to pull it out because it's hard for me to reach. I just keep my elbow chicken wing. You see it's like pointing north-south. I keep this, I turn his head here. But I want to lift so I can get this through. And then I'll come through. We've been doing like a crank setup, but I'll stick to this like traditional catch wrestling grip where I want to go to my forearm and I'll start to like crank this. I want to bring this up, take up the space, and I'll sit, and then tap on that side.
Yeah, I mean, that one little detail he's saying, the fact that he's turning my chin to the side and then bringing it down, I lose all my strength with my spine in this alignment there.
Yes.
And it's,
people kind of, they describe it as it kind of being taboo or uncool, but it's, for Dan and myself, it's fight science. I'm trying to do that. One, I want to make it uncomfortable for him and take him away from his tactical application. Like, I don't want him to think about his next move. And, but also, as far as the fight science, the manipulation or the turn at the top of the spine takes all the power away. All right?
absolutely. And
But some guys aren't going to just sit there and let you do that. Let's add in the half guard application so it kind of bleeds more a little bit into like a jiu-jitsu rule set or maybe the guy's defensive reaction for this near side cradle. So let's just take it from the cradle part here. So I'm in this near side cradle. Let's spin around so we can totally see the legs. So I have this near side cradle and I'm locked on. I have my hands clamped, elbows tight, and I want to kind of be on my toes. So good guys are going to get desperate and they're going to clamp onto this half guard. So what I want to do from here is I'll kind of grab his chin and I'll punch through. And when I punch through and I lock this up, I want to get on my toes and I bring my feet together. Get ready, Dan, and I just drop.
yeah, it gets really tight really quick. And, I mean, be careful when you're doing that the first few times with your partner.
Yeah, drop slow, please.
I knew it was coming. It's still very quick. But, I mean, the key is this. I love this because a guy on the bottom thinks he's safe for a second. He's
Right.
like, I can relax. I'm in half guard. And then all of a sudden, it's tighter than when you're in side control. And it's a very quick tap there.
Right.
So, and it's funny, he mentioned legal pain, and one of his good friends and a mentor of mine, Wade Chalice,
Right.
also has videos on our wrestling website, but he's very good at doing wrestling, straight up wrestling moves that are also really painful. But Dave is very good at it, at kind of blending. Probably learned a lot from Wade, and learned a lot from each other.
Absolutely, yeah.
But yeah, he's got a ton of great stuff. So guys, yeah, this is just a preview of what you can get from it. If you're a wrestler, there's some really good stuff, just fundamental wrestling technique you can get from it. If you're a mixed martial artist or a grappler or catch wrestler or any type of submission grappler, a lot of great stuff you can get from it as well. So with that being said, make sure you're checking out our websites. Make sure you're on BJJFanatics.com, FanaticWrestling.com, checking out Dave Petrone's videos. He's got 8 currently on our website as of March 2025. Get used to saying 2025. So make sure you're on the site, check those videos out. A lot of really good stuff. In addition to that, make sure you follow us on all our social media. I mean, follow us on our Facebook groups, pages, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channels where you can get a ton of free content just like this. And thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.